We can definitely feel that downgrade in power while switching to eco mode, so that we can and here goes nothing. Hello REVSOUL here, welcome you all guys to a new video. Today I just brought the fastest bike in the 125cc category, the all new Hero Xtreme 125R. Hero just properly named this kind of a beauty as the Xtreme because this beauty comes with an extreme looks, extreme performance, handling, braking, and right now it also get extreme features too. So let's get to know about this all new Hero Xtreme 125R. Starting with the paint scheme, this motorcycle comes to a dual tone painting, a green and a grey color. Hero has got the similar paint quality and finish, but the panel gaps in some areas like the front tank area, the areas in between the meter console and these panels doesn't look that great because there are few gaps in between these panels which decrease the build quality of this motorcycle. But looking in the front section, we get that aggressive looking headlights which I have inspired from the Kawasaki naked sports bikes, and we also get decent light throw from those dual projector LED headlamps, and we can also find that beautiful looking DRLs too. And this motorcycle also comes with LED indicators, but not that sequential indicators which we did find in the Hero Zoom 125. And in the rear section we can find that minimalistic looking tail lights too, with that head-shaped taillights, that LED taillights. And getting on the bike, the first thing we'll be noticing will be the seat height, right? The bike has got a seat height of like 790mm. I'm a 5'8" guy. I have complete planted foot, and don't need to worry if you guys are like 6 foot above, because after gliding back to the seats, you guys can also have the perfect like leg room, everything for this bike. And the bike weighs only like 136 kilograms, so it's a perfectly beginner friendly motorcycle and so much easier to handle also. And looking at the handlebar switches, we get the light functions, the pass, bright, dim, everything integrated into a single switch. These are for toggling around the meter console, and this button, the red button, mode button, is completely dedicated for changing the modes. And we also get the indicators, the horn in the right side, the caution, the ignition and kill switch integrated into a single switch. And this is one of the great feature which we can find in the other 125. That's a cruise control which Hero just provided for this motorcycle, because the motorcycle right now comes with the ride by wire technology. That's why we get the all new cruise control and ride mode functions. And before looking at the meter console, let's check the keys. This is the keys for Hero Xtreme 125R, the same keys that we did find in the Hero's Passion, the very basic key from Hero. And before going into the meter console, let me just take the bike to a shady area so that you guys can properly see the meter console. Okay, turning on the meter console, we did find this meter console similar to the Hero Xtreme 125R with the tachometer, the riding mode right now we are on. Changing this mode, we get the road, power and eco. We get 3 riding mode. Below that we get the gear position indicator, a bigger speedometer, odometer, fuel indication, the time, and pressing this button we can change to trip A, the average fuel consumption on the trip A, trip B. The I3S button can be turned on or turned off inside from this meter console, unlike the other bikes which had a separate key for that I3S function. And we also get the average fuel consumption, the total range, date, everything can be accessed from this meter console. And we also get a 10-liter fuel tank, so that we can commute this as we can consider this as an extreme commuter with this kind of a fuel tank capacity. Okay, now let's talk about the engine. Right now this motorcycle comes with a 125cc single cylinder air cooled engine. That's a beautiful engine with a great character, that's sporty and a comfortable character completely mixed on. And the motorcycle can also generate up to like 11.4 bhp and 10.4 newton meters of torque, which can be right now completely enjoyed with those riding modes too. And the power delivery also completely fun for this motorcycle. And looking at the braking side, right now we get 276mm disc rotors with the Nissan 2% calipers, and the braking is also extreme for this Hero Xtreme 125R. In the rear side, we get the Nissan calipers again with the 240mm disc rotors, and the Hero Xtreme 125R is the first 125cc motorcycles to get the dual channel ABS and was also the first bike to get the single channel ABS. So Hero just like look into our safety side also, is a great thing. And obviously we don't need to worry about anything hitting to our bend pipe also, because we get a 180mm ground clearance. And looking at the tires, we get the CA tires with the 90 section tires in the front side and a 120 section tires in the rear side. And the tire grip was also pretty decent while riding it on the highways in the complete dry condition. And the seats, just look at the seats. The rider have plenty of room to roam around in the seats, and the seats also have a perfect cushioning with a comfortable ride for rider. But the pillion comfort is not that great because the pillion room is much smaller comparing to the rider, and the cushioning is also much more stiffer. But the pillion have a proper grab rail to completely hold on to while on the ride. And looking at the clutch side is also lighter, so that we don't have hand paining during traffic rides. And the gearbox, we have a crisp and clear gearbox, no false neutrals yet, so that we can completely enjoy our ride. And we also have a 5-speed gearbox, 1 down 4 up. And before going for a short ride, let's also hear the exhaust note from the beautiful and little exhaust. Okay, let me give a bit of a throttle too. Okay, that is okay, that's it. Now let's go for a short ride on the all new Hero Xtreme 125R. And we have reached the highway, so let's see how the all new Hero Xtreme 125R performs. We have a short open road, so let's see how the fastest 125 performs. Let's do a 0 to 60. Okay, and here goes nothing. Right now we are riding on the power mode. That's the reason the motorcycle accelerates much more quickly. And just like that, we can reach 100 kilometers per hour. And braking wise, definitely the calipers, Nissan calipers, put out at the braking force. And the front brakes are enough also for stopping this kind of a motorcycle. And switching the modes, we can definitely feel that downgrade in power while switching to eco mode, so that we can get much more fuel efficiency from this Hero Xtreme 125R. And fuel efficiency wise, the motorcycle puts out like 60 plus kilometer per liter from this kind of a 125cc engine, which is an extreme mileage figure for a 125cc motorcycle. And if you guys are peacefully riding it in highways like these speeds, the fuel efficiency can increase up to like 70 if you guys are that much lucky. And comfort wise, of course the rider have definitely a better comfort than the pillion with those much wider seats. And ergonomics wise, we get perfect handlebar sizes, not short, not wide, the perfect handlebar size, and the foot pegs are just below the seats. And we also get a bit of a sporty riding position if you guys are gliding back to your seats. And we have a proper open road, so let's check the braking also at like 55. Okay, the braking is so great for this Hero Xtreme 125R. We get that proper braking bite from those calipers. I just pulled the front brakes because the front brakes are enough for stopping this kind of a lighter 136 kilogram aggressive monster. Suspension, yes, suspension, the front suspension is much more softer than the rear. I personally would like to have a much more softer suspension as a monoshock in the rear side, so that the pillion can also enjoy the comfortness for this motorcycle. And now looking the pricing, right now the Hero Xtreme 125R has two models, the base variant and the top variant. Right now I'm riding the top variant because the motorcycle has got cruise control, riding mode, ride-by-wire technology, dual channel ABS. These kind of features are only available in the top variant, and so it costs about like 1,38,000 rupees on road Kerala Trivandrum, which is a great pricing for a 125cc motorcycle. And the base variant, where we don't have the ride-by-wire technology, the cruise control, riding mode, single channel ABS, and the pricing of that base variant is about like 1,24,000 rupees on road Kerala Trivandrum. And if you guys don't want this kind of a gimmicky features like cruise control or the riding mode, you guys can perfectly get the base variant, which is enough and more with the same engine and that kind of a extreme mileage and looks too. And that's it. I think I have shown you much of the details of this all new Hero Xtreme 125R with this instant stability. So let's catch up in the next video. Until then, bye bye.